First, you need to start with a Tunisian crochet foundation row. And at the beginning of each row, your first stitch is already on your hook, which counts as this V-stitch on the edge. We need to go into this next stitch, which is our next vertical bar. And to do the Tunisian knit stitch, if you stretch your work apart, you will see a hole. So insert your hook into that hole, and then yarn over and pull up a loop. And that is how you do the Tunisian knit stitch. And again, here is my next vertical bar along. If you stretch that out, you can see the hole. Insert your hook through that hole, yarn over, and pull up a loop. And keep it doing that in each stitch all the way across until you get to your last stitch. And here's my last stitch, and the last stitch is always worked the same by going through those 2 loops on the edge, yarn over, and pull up a loop. Now we need to work our Tunisian crochet return pass, so you first start by yarning over and pulling through 1 loop, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops the rest of the way across till you only have 1 loop left on your hook. And here is our completed row of the Tunisian knit stitch, and I will do another row for you. First stitch is already on the hook, which is that stitch on the edge. We need to go into this first vertical bar, insert our hook into that hole through the back of our work, yarn over and pull up a loop. And do that in each stitch all the way across until you get to your last stitch. And every row after your first row of the Tunisian knit stitch becomes easier to see that hole that we need to insert our hook through. And there is my last stitch, so you always work that by going through the 2 loops on the edge, yarn over, and pull up a loop. And then work your return pass, yarn over, pull through 1, and then yarn over, pull through 2 the rest of the way across. And I will show you one more row of the Tunisian knit stitch. Find your first vertical bar, insert your hook to the back of your work, yarn over, and pull up a loop. And you repeat that until you get to your last stitch. And there's my last stitch. Insert your hook through those 2 loops, yarn over, and pull up a loop. And work your return pass, yarn over, pull through 1, and then yarn over and pull through 2 the rest of the way across till you only have 1 loop left on your hook. And that is how you do the Tunisian knit stitch.